Hello, Al Pals. This is Big Al. Welcome to Big Al Presents Films with Friends, the last Films with Friends of 2023. And that film is 1959's Operation Petticoat, starring Cary Grant and Tony Curtis. Thought we'd end the year with a little bit of fun. Nothing serious, nothing heavy, just have a good old fun time to kick 2023's butt out of here. But that is the film. Of course, The Friends is the looking mighty good in a hat there. Last call with Troy Chelly, sir. Salute. How are you doing? What you drinking? I've got a Diet Mountain Lion since we got the Sea Tiger. So
I'm doing great. I got a what do I have here? Diet, my regular diet grapefruit soda.
Squirt?
Squirt, yeah, exactly.
And ladies and gentlemen, what we're fighting for, look at that picture. Look at those torpedoes. The lovely and beautiful Netter of Netter's Network. How are you doing, Nanette? What you drinking? And salute to you as well.
I'm doing really well. Completely over my cold and everything else, which I'm so very grateful for. And I am drinking just plain water.
That is, water is good for you. I do need to drink more water, maybe in the new year. It'll never happen. But
it's Troy's fault.
I can always try.
Way back in the day, I used to drink soda like crazy. And at one point, I actually got onto Mountain Dew, and that's like, I was drinking 8 cans a day or something. It was
it's
something
addictive.
Ridiculous like that.
It is addictive.
And he came to me at one point and said, you shouldn't be drinking all that. It's not good for you. At least, drink. He had me drinking something else it was like Diet Dr. Pepper or something that still tasted good but wasn't as bad. So I started drinking that. And then it was like, you really should be drinking more water, because I wasn't drinking much water at all, if any. So I started drinking water. And now it's just water all the time. Well, actually, at one point I was just drinking iced tea. That's it. So I went from that to iced tea, and then from iced tea to water. And all I drink now is water. Yeah,
I do Crystal Light. I'm half and half. Crystal Light teas and Mountain Dew. Sometimes I'll throw in a Cherry Coke Zero or a Diet Dr. Pepper or something, or every now and then I have a V8. But the water here is terrible. It just has that taste that I don't like.
Oh, is it like well water kind of thing?
It's no, it's not well water. It's the other water. It's the
that ultra purified stuff.
It's the stuff that everybody in the in the neighborhood kind of gets. See, when I used to live in the trailer several years ago, we had well water, and it was
Oh,
good.
vile. My
Oh
aunts
no,
had
our
that.
well water was tasty, pure, not nothing. Basically there was no taste. It was just wet. Um, but I know here, and then I remember when I was in one of the nursing homes, they had such terrible tasting water. I had to go to the Crystal Light because I could not drink it otherwise. It just didn't want to go down, and I didn't want to have my kidneys start failing again like I did that one time when I had bad drug interaction. But that is a whole other story. Let's see who is joining us in the chat. Let me wind it back up to the beginning. Lady Mist, the lovely one of the Flower Maiden herself, uh, is here. Thank you for joining us. Of course, the last call. Lady Mist was here super early. Got to give her that.
Yeah.
This guy named Big Al Presents said hi to her. Connie Cleary, thank you for joining in. We have Deleted Seeds. Salute, sir. Welcome aboard. He said, hey, I'm not sure how long he'll be here, but wanted to catch at least part of the show. Well, thank you for joining us, even for a few moments. Just make sure you hit that like button. Sir Torin Clegane, sir, welcome aboard. Going down. Aerial ballet.
I'm going to assume
Ballet?
aerial ballet.
Ballet?
Yeah.
Yeah. Going, woo! Operation Petticoat. Yep, getting a little Ric Flair there. Woo! I don't know why I'm in the mood tonight.
You're in a woohoo mood,
Everybody's
huh?
doing. Would you guys consider down Periscope kind of an updated version of Operation Petticoat? Inspired by.
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely in the same DNA.
It's got a very
genus.
similar premise too. So yeah.
Yeah, the same branches there. This was Operation Petticoat is a wartime thing, whereas Down Periscope was a war game that they were testing the guy and just putting. One guy didn't like him because of a certain tattoo that he had gotten, and yeah, we're gonna down. Oh, you just
we're gonna have
that?
to do that one real soon.
Yeah, I actually wanted to mention because I noticed you guys are about to hit the D's.
Yeah, we are. So we're getting close to.
I was wondering if how soon it may hit because it was on a short list for me. It's one of those I kind of thought, this would be a good one if I, let me think about a pairing of it.
Well,
Which this would have been a good pairing of it, but this was kind of a one-off kind of deal.
And
Yeah. No, we're gonna be doing Dark Crystal in a couple weeks.
Right.
So,
that's why I noticed
of,
we're entering D.
And we have a lot of TV series in there. We're gonna obviously skip over Doctor Who and Downton Abbey and stuff like
there
that.
There might be a couple more on that one bottom shelf. I can't see them from here because there's a box in there.
Gotta say hi to Orville Nation. Welcome.
Oh,
sir.
PJ, welcome.
That's all that have said hello. So yeah, Operation Petticoat, older film. I assume you guys have seen it.
I have seen it,
been a while.
but I have some pretty dim memories. So that's why I said I'm going to have to revisit that question about the comparison to Down Periscope until after I've rewatched this and kind of refresh my memory.
Yeah, hijinks on a sub. That you could literally put in the blurb for both of them. Inspired. I liked as I was reading some of the behind the scenes kind of thing that Tony Curtis was the one who really wanted to do this film and wanted Cary Grant to do it because he saw Cary Grant in Destination Tokyo, where he's also, I guess, a sub commander, but I've never seen that one. And that's kind of why. And at one point, Bob Hope was going to be in it, had been offered a part in it, turned it down. He always regretted it. So I wonder what part he would have played. I don't know. Could have played the Cary Grant part. It would have been a different film. Aerial ballet. Well, first of all, aerial ballet, is it ballet or a ballet? Did you see?
Well, if it's going with the French, it's ballet.
Right.
Ballet.
If he's going with the French.
Yeah, I assume. Yeah, asking Dark Crystal the movie or the series. It'll be the movie.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I never saw it. I never saw the series. It was ballet.
The only series that we're doing is Twin Peaks over on Deleted Scenes channel
on Tuesdays.
Every Tuesday at what time?
7:30 Central, so that's 8:30 Eastern.
And Agent Boomer and I are doing Robin of Sherwood.
Occasionally.
Occasionally. We just finished the first. No, we haven't finished the first. Did we finish the first? We didn't finish.
I think you guys did the last episode of whatever season you were on.
Yeah, it was the last episode of the first season, but it was a very short season. It's very serious. Yeah, Agent Boomer and I kind of do it when the stars kind of align. So, but it's a great series. So if you like Robin of Sherwood, we've done the first season. So,
and I was
ballet is basically my Halloween cosplay of Balset.
Yeah, I don't know if that's anime. I really don't know anime that well. But so getting ready for today, I did a little, like light research, find out some of the history on the movie and stuff. I was actually surprised. Normally a movie like this, I'm not going to get all Mr. History on it and go, this didn't really happen, blah, blah, blah. It's a comedy, right?
Right.
But what surprised me is how much it actually is inspired by real history. There's it's kind of like they took a whole bunch of different events from the Pacific naval campaign during World War II.
I love the fact that the torpedoing of the truck was inspired by an actual event.
Yes. We'll talk about that when we get there. But I was just like, holy cow, there's a lot here. It's really kind of worth it.
Even the color of the ship, although it wasn't pink, they had a red submarine because the outer paint burned off in a fire.
Exactly.
The undercoat's supposed to be red.
Yeah, so that was kind of cool. Ariel Ballet was asking if we were watching. No, not yet. We have a Cosby link at the top. So if you want to click on that, that'll show you, that'll play the film as we talk. And yes, anybody who comes after and expects to watch the movie, just here on YouTube, that's not what we do. This is just for commentary for us as we watch with our friends now and have it in a Cosby link. If you do come later, you need to watch it on your own. You can listen to us and kind of enjoy that. It's a commentary.
And then listen to our commentary.
Commentary of friends watching a film. That is the concept. And
but by all means, hit the subscription and the notification bell, and come back every Saturday, for another film.
Mine and theirs networks. We bounce back and forth each week and have a good old time with our friends watching the film. And now, speaking of watching the film, it's a 2-hour film, so let's kind of get it going here.
You bet.
Yours starts with Olive, I assume, the little olive bee looking thing. For Olive Films?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, we probably have the...
I can find out for sure.
We probably have the exact same version.
Right. You're absolutely right.
Yeah, because I think your count and my count are exactly the same.
To the second, yes. It was pretty wild.
So...
Load a video.
Yeah, usually y'all are off by a minute or something weird.
Yeah, the compression rates or so. Like the worst one was Forbidden Planet. That one, mine was just a little sped up, and but I fixed it. I found out how to fix it when I have time, which is kind of cool.
Okay, Troy's getting into the thing now.
Alrighty, yep, I'm all set.
All set.
Let me make sure the volume is up. There we go.
Okay, I'm going to be counting down from 3. If you're watching on your own copy, like I said, when I say 1 and play, that's where we go. So 3, 2, 1, play. That little olive bee thing freaks me out.
It is kind of weird. It's like
it's like a bee cyclops.
Yeah. And Ariel, you certainly could use your own copy. I happen to be showing not only the Blu-ray version, but with the subtitles.
It's funny. I'm not really looking at my laptop to watch it. I'm looking at your other
look
screen.
Look at the big fish.
That's actually kind of creepy, too.
Yeah. Cary Grant.
Is that a grouper?
I have no idea. That's
seal.
a seal.
Seal, yeah. Tony Curtis. Hey, little teeny fishes. Operation Petticoat. I always do that to let everybody know that if they're seeing the same thing I am.
Yeah, it lets you know that you got it synced up. Right.
Area. Dina Merrill, which is beautiful. A lot of familiar names in this one. Gavin MacLeod.
Yep. Richard Sargent.
What really
Madeline
surprised
Rue,
me...
Marion Ross, Mrs. Cunningham.
Yes, exactly. What really surprised me was, and I knew this was the case, but I saw this in my research, that there was a series in the 70s based on the show, 1977, with John
Astin.
John Astin, and a very, very early role for Jamie Lee Curtis.
Wow.
Yep. Who is Tony Curtis's daughter.
Holy cow, you're right. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Good point. I am going to step away for a second. I'm going to go out to the lobby and get myself a snack. I'll be right back.
Man, the big moray eels always freak me out. And Blake Edwards directed.
Oh, neat. Yeah, he usually does some great stuff.
Yeah, he was always cool. Herbella, here we go. Yep.
And those old cars,
2-star general.
Hit a brick wall with those, and you barely get a dent.
My favorite description of an old time car was always if someone was in an accident, all I did was hose off the dashboard and sell it to somebody else because it'd be fun.
Shouldn't that sailor be saluting? Okay. He just saluted him twice. Don't know why. And he had that. Cary Grant had that accent that was kind of like a cross between Brooklyn and like New England.
Well, I think he was British, wasn't he?
I actually don't know. Now I'm going to look up.
Well, it really was Archie, because they have a series called Archie on right now called The Man Who Would Be Cary Grant or something like that.
Grant spoke in a refined British accent, even though he was born into a working-class Bristolian family. So, he's actually from Bristol, but... so, yeah, I guess he is British, but he doesn't really sound British to me. I mean, my mother's British, or was British, God rest her soul. But he doesn't sound British. He sounds like a weird hybrid of two American accents.
He's Cary Grant. But I love this concept of the first or a previous captain visiting his old command as they're about to put her out to pasture, basically. Take care, deleted scenes. Thanks for coming by. Hope you pop in every now and then.
You can tell that is a very well-worn notebook.
Boom, young again.
Yep. I see his butt.
I've always loved anti-aircraft guns for some reason. That or a tail gunner.
It's like, I'm trying to get my pants on. It's like, forget the pants, I'm
Whoa!
running.
That's bad when you end up in the water. Especially when at a shipyard because it's always oil and gas floating around. She get tore up. Oh! Direct hit. Ooh. Sunk her.
Oh.
Minor damage. Why am I thinking of Kirk in the Enterprise? And he's like, Scotty, what can you do for me?
There's definitely that element to it. This is a little bit beyond, my knowledge, but, they're talking about classes of subs that had, either it should have been a different one so that it had already been in service, or, other subs and other ships that hadn't been commissioned yet, but, again, details.
Well, I know the ship they used was, they used 3 different ones, but I think they were all the same class, with the Baleo class. There was the USS Queenfish, and the Archer Fish, and then the Baleo.
Right, which weren't commissioned until 42, and this is set in 41. So, And since the Sea Tiger is supposed to be an older ship, it's probably, even older than that, so probably like a Sargo class or something like that.
But yeah, I think we can forgive them.
Yeah, really. That's, like I said, the kind of details I wouldn't have known off the top of my head,
I like this, man. Yeah, let's get her back up. They're not going to keep a good ship down.
What I think is funny is there's a guy in the water all over him, and he's got a cigar. Dude, that's not going to stay lit.
It doesn't have to. He'll, he just needs to chomp on it, and then, maybe later on when he goes back deck side, he could dry it out and light it up.
And what I like is he's not willing to let his men do something he's not willing to do himself. He went down there and did the welds. And you just told him, clean up the rough edges.
Ariel Ballet points out it does have a good soundtrack. It really is a pretty good soundtrack.
And she's coming up.
And you know full well there's at least a couple guys on top of it saying, Well, damn, it really did work.
I'd keep the camouflage up. Oh, oh.
Yeah, it's an officer. It's cooled off. Holy moly! What is
He's
it?
got a guy holding his golf gloves.
I love Cary Grant's delivery
Uh-huh.
of lines.
Yeah.
So what? He's wearing his dress whites. He looks good.
No, I mean, yeah, you change into your duty uniform as soon as you get on board.
I love the camouflage.
Oh yeah. All we do is requisition. We never got anything.
And if I recall, that's his forte.
And that was a situation that happened a lot.
Oh,
You'd
yeah.
ask and ask and ask, and you,
Yeah, hurry up and wait.
Yep. Which is also why engineers got the reputation of coming up with creative solutions.
everybody liked how sleazy Tony Curtis is in the movie.
Nah.
So
He
he's just
does-
a pretty boy.
Yeah, he's a pretty boy, but he's got that like sly like a fox kind of attitude. Also, that served him well in many roles.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right, CK. Scotty is that archetype for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not exactly a get his hands dirty kind of a guy. He's the con man,
Yeah.
and he comes in quite handy.
We don't even have an urgent stamp.
Gavin McLeod, Captain Stubing, with
Yeah.
the glasses.
I mean, I guess
Hi,
you
Geek
could.
Flag. How you doing?
I guess you could imagine that maybe after the war, he went into the private sector and became the captain of a cruise ship. That's a familiar looking face too. Hey Nate, good to see you. You know how this goes, Nate. If you want, you can watch along with us. Right click on the Cosme link up above. We're really just a little bit in.
Hey, Continuing Chronicles, how you doing?
Apparently, this thing about the toilet paper is even based on an actual letter to the supply department of Mare Island Naval Shipyards by Lieutenant Commander James Wiggins Coe of the submarine USS Skipjack.
Makes you wonder what they've been using.
Right. Exactly what I was thinking.
Couldn't travel in pairs. You didn't travel.
Yeah.
One thing I liked about Tony Curtis is just look at his eyes.
Oh, I know.
Those eyes made this guy.
Ariel said that Muir Island's great Grammy was from there during the war.
Oh, cool.
They took her off of train duty because she caused a derailment. Yeah,
That's a story.
I guess I can see why they would do that. Yeah.
Did an Urkel? Did I do that?
Did I do that? Right.
He
exactly.
just put a dirty hand on his back.
Yep.
That's always the problem with dress whites, man. I would be scared to have to wear them.
Right.
It's like, okay, what do we need? Get the fuel pump, get the this, get the that.
Time to go shopping.
Yeah.
Gertie?
Yeah, who's Gertie? Something they don't want him to know about.
And why isn't he helping?
Because he don't want to get his hands dirty.
Oh, ha, ha, ha. When I saw myself,
that would be hard to explain.
See, I can never understand why, if you get a tattoo you don't like, why can't the tattoo artist go over it with as close as flesh colored possible to wherever your flesh tones are to obliterate it?
They do that with some of the colors, but it doesn't cover things like black.
And I've heard red is a difficult color to do.
Red is another one that's very, very difficult to cover, yeah.
Military police. The guy's wearing black and he's got
Black
like camo face. I didn't want to say that. I felt it would be insensitive.
Yeah.
You know the penalty for breaking blackout regulations?
He is very clever. You got to give him that.
He is really smart.
Yeah.
And now he's got to tell his partner.
Oh, here, you better put this on. He did! He did! It's like, well, okay. If you say so,
Well,
I'm
the
there
other
doing
thing
it
is,
too.
is there actually an Admiral Nimitz, or did he just make up the name?
No. There's
Yeah,
definitely an Admiral Nimitz.
Yeah, there was. I mean, he's got an aircraft carrier named after him.
Yup. And ships in Starfleet.
Yep.
Is that their truck? Oh, that must be their truck.
So when they made the old 50s Superman TV show, they made a red and blue costume, and when they filmed it, the red looked black on a black and white TV, so they made a second suit that was gray.
Yep. In fact, the red sections were like a brownish gray. It's really a weird color.
Ooh, sorry, Aero Ballet, yeah, the final countdown. That was the USS Nimitz.
He's holding it like a baby. It's like, brand new oil shaft. Looks just like you.
Oh gosh. So that means that there's an ice house missing its condenser now. He's open to a better offer. Oh my goodness.
He's a prisoner. the big
Yep.
key on his back. Oh wow, they older brother served on the USS Nimitz.
Wow, that's wild.
She was the I think one of the biggest when she was built. Not the longest. I think Enterprise was longest,
Right.
but as far as like bulk.
Yeah, good point.
He'd be a good chess player.
And he does need more crew.
True.
Toilet paper.
The second Darren.
Yep.
Yep.
I never liked the first one. He just seemed so high strung.
Then it's the first nuclear carrier. No, Enterprise. Wasn't Enterprise the first nuclear?
I think so, but Nimitz was a nuclear carrier.
Oh yeah, she was a, well, still is a beast.
They
Improvise.
It's like, where's my door?
And steering wheel.
It works.
This is what I was talking about. That's the kind of thing they would do.
Anything to get something working.
That was actually pretty crazy. Oh man.
You got everything else. Bye.
I'll tell you what, timing's great. If you get attacked, well, sir, how does anyone know this didn't happen, when the planes came in, right?
But I also like that. Wait, I'll go with you. Grabs his hat off the desk, goes right through the hole into the Jeep.
Right.
If that hole weren't there, you'd have to go all the way around, sir.
Well.
It's like they just finished fixing up the boat. Now it's all getting bombed again.
Oh, Ariel, I have no doubt that MASH was inspired.
It's like, wait a minute, I just saw my men
this.
going that way.
Hey, Evelyn, how you doing? Good to see you. We're not that far in if you want to join us. Link above.
Yeah, they haven't even left the dock yet.
Yeah. Actually, it's going to be a little while.
Ooh, no 50 cal.
Yeah.
Sabu.
Hi, Evelyn Hampton. Oh, it's one of her favorite movies. Well, I'm glad you could join us. Evelyn will be joining us in March for Gorgo.
Yes.
Already got the date down. Might kick a hole.
You might kick a hole in your side. I like that.
Well, he's got a real big window now.
I would appreciate you at least sending the window back. He'll have to give us his undivided attention.
In confusion, there is profit.
Well, not wrong.
In his army truck. He's looking going, that's an army vehicle.
Evelyn said this is one of her favorite movies. Yeah, I think I remember you telling me that.
Somebody stole his entire office.
Wait a minute. They were just gone for a few minutes.
Sherman's march to the sea.
To the sea, exactly.
But what would they need a desk for and filing cabinets?
Actually, if this was real, I could totally see I could see Tony Curtis's character doing that to make a point. We need to be able to requisition stuff. If we can never requisition stuff, this is what we're going to have to do just to fight this damn war.
It's like, okay, let's let her rip. It's like trying to start up an old car and hoping the engine turns over.
Oh, that does not sound good.
Throw in a bottle of rum.
Right.
Must be a stick shift.
They're just trying to get it to turn over. Oof.
Okay, it burped.
That is not good. Anytime they're ready. Yeah, I mean, Ariel's right. They take those things apart, strip them down for parts.
Yeah.
They can literally fabricate just about anything. That's what I was talking about, being very, resourceful. You hide him for what? Well, okay, I guess he's not wrong.
So why does he have a suitcase? I figure you put on, In the Mood, and this guy's dancing in perfect rhythm to it. Do 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 do.
He's gonna sink the damn thing.
There he's made the engine go.
You need to kick the tires.
I guess. My concern would be, what happens if we need to put into port and stop? Will we be able to start again?
But again, why did he have a suitcase? He came on to topside with a suitcase.
I don't know.
He just gives the witch doctor another look and then...
I mean, It's a coincidence, but you can't argue with it.
Like gurgling sound.
And he's still dancing there on the pier.
Well, they're moving, aren't they?
Oh, Maron.
I like how it does this little growl before it kind of bursts.
He'll never make it.
Well, it's living up to its name. It is definitely roaring like a tiger.
That is true. But that's not something you really want. You want to run as silently as possible.
Okay, why is it being choppy now?
It's our downstream.
Oh.
That's true. The Japanese don't need to see it, they need to hear it.
Oh, if you had gone to West Point, you'd just be a sissy man.
It really does sound like a sick biological.
He takes the rungs one at a time, where most of the guys were just sliding down the rails.
Yeah. Oh, the creaking. That would, I had a buddy who served on a sub, and he used to say, you know that it's under pressure. You know it can take it, but it just feels wrong.
Yeah.
And they're all used to it because they've done it hundreds of times.
Everyone looks at him like,
It's like, are you high?
I've even heard that you could tape, a piece of taut string between the bulkheads, and as you would go down, you could see it start to bow. It's like, that is not something I would ever want to see.
Submariners are a special breed.
You have to be. Not to go stir crazy, if nothing else.
Oh, the creaking.
But you're talking the string thing. That's a down periscope.
Oh, is it?
I think they do that in there.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Harry Dean Stanton.
Those were the golf clubs.
Yeah.
I'm like, this looks like golf clubs. Sounded awfully rhythmic.
Uh-oh. They taking on more water on one side than the other?
It's like, we okay?
Yeah, no. I think you're right, Ariel. The guy's fingers crossed.
He's such a happy fellow.
Thank you.
And then just drive. And apparently he's quite the chef, so.
Trying to make the best.
Yeah, the guy with the orange juice was the Marine.
But then I'm an incurable optimist. Then, yeah. Yeah, exactly. It almost certainly had to be on a set, Ariel, because I can't imagine them being able to get cameras into a sub.
It almost looks like Cary Grant on his right cheek by his mouth has got, like it's swollen.
Well, could be. Well, no, he's talking about subs. Subs, yeah, you were never able to smoke aboard because you were literally sealed into a tin can. But then again, when he offered him the cigarette, he did not know that they had submerged yet.
His own private submarine.
Oh.
Yeah, that would definitely worry me.
Yeah.
And how could he be standing there and not feel the water around his feet? He only noticed it when he went to go pick up his socks?
I guess.
Well, it's kind of timely. It is taking place in December.
Oh, yeah.
That's when the Notebook was brand new.
They say the only movie ever filmed on a real Virginia-class submarine was the movie Hunter Killer.
Oh, really? Still, that must have been a pretty neat trick.
So Operation Petticoat is a Christmas movie? No. And neither is Die Hard.
Actually, depending on how long it takes for this to, go, in period of time, does it even cross Christmas?
Well, they're 2 days out, 3 days out at this point.
Yeah. So, the listings that I have for inspirations here: the evacuation of one Navy nurse and several Army nurses from Corridor to Australia by submarine, USS Spearfish.
Corridor?
Yeah, probably. The evacuation of Filipino civilians to Australia. It's like everyone was being evacuated to Australia. May have inspired the USS Narwhal's evacuation of 32 civilians. Ah! He takes off his hat. Yeah, but we may not have done him any favors.
I mean, it's still weird about women on submarines today.
Yeah.
Back then.
Oops.
Yeah, take your foot out of the shoe so he can get the shoe out.
That was the better option, yeah.
Well, she's also going to end up with a run in her stockings.
Yep.
She was obviously wearing them, I could tell.
Yeah, you could see at the heel. Yep. Yeah. Look, it's not working.
It's like, what happened?
Oops.
Don't touch anything.
Any pokey bits, keep them to yourself.
It's kind of hard for some of them.
Yeah, I know.
That's what she said.
Yeah. You see her grinning behind him.
There was Mrs. Cunningham and Khan's wife.
We're trying to not have any exchange of information.
We don't have accommodations for you, ladies.
Well, what you do is you get wet, soap up, and then
Right.
rinse off. It's like, oh my. It doesn't say.
Always loved Madeline Rue's eyes.
Oh yeah.
That last one there. Because, like I said, she's the one that played Khan's wife in Space Seed.
Al, do you know why it's called the head?
It was at the head of a ship.
Yep.
And kind of overhang. And its position was very. The position was well thought out because it kept the smell away from everyone on the crew.
That's exactly right.
Nothing hanging on them. That actually was rather clever.
Oh, that noise making my stomach rattle.
And of course, the women know how to sew.
Sure. Actually, in the military, most men did too.
Well, only to sew on patches.
Hello?
It's like, especially since I have pins all up and down my pants.
Let me get you out of these pants. Well, he knows the female form.
And Tina Louise from Gilligan's Island was going to be in this, but didn't like all the sexual jokes.
Okay.
Her loss.
Yeah. You really do have to question if you're in the right line of work, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, he gave her a pair of shorts. You're going to tell me that his waist is a 34? No flippin' way.
Is the movie doing logging jumps for anyone else? Is this on Cosby?
Yeah, no. You might want to just try refreshing your Cosby screen.
I love that romantic horn they always play in those old movies.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like, you don't just go into a men's pajamas. Well, it's no problem if he's not wearing them.
Oh gosh, he had it this far planned out, right?
Oh yeah.
Oof. Yeah. Maybe he's not sleeping, but he's sleeping with someone. You'd think Tony Curtis would stay out of water after the last time he was there. Then again, he did get to make out with Marilyn Monroe in that movie, so it may have been worth it.
And they could have been comfortable sitting with all those pins in those pants.
Right. Oh, jeez. Yeah, right?
It's like, show some respect.
Oh, God! Seems to be fixed. Oh, don't even start. Don't even start. Sir, it's your boat.
Dusting powder? Dusting powder?
Can I get you anything? Yeah, anything. She didn't need her. Why didn't you take your. Okay, it actually does make sense to hang your clothes in the engine room.
Because
They're going
it's
to
the
dry,
hottest
right?
place. Yeah.
The blood all just ran out of his brain, so.
must be tough when she outranks you. He really is in a
Right.
bad place.
Yeah. That's what he said.
That's a fancy looking coffee pot.
Yeah, it kind of is. Oh. Oh.
That's disgusting.
I ain't trying to say around my coffee. Yeah, I was kind of thinking the same thing, Nate.
There's something he's not getting enough of.
Yeah.
No question about it.
What are they? Some sort of amphetamine?
Probably. But you didn't take your pill.
Oh. It's like when you were in grade school, you wanted to see the nurse.
I feel terrible.
You smell good. Fumes from your hair tonic.
It's like, oh, you out.
Wow, Marion Ross was so young.
Yeah. Ooh!
Oh!
Oh, God!
Wow.
Wow!
Yeah, he's going to need a nurse now.
Oh, Maron!
He will not take that pill.
Yeah, that's true. For the most part, he plays the straight man in this movie. That's right. All the comedy, revolves around him.
How's Mr. Holden going with the torpedoes? Well,
Wow. Ugh.
They get each other in the end.
Yeah. Oh, Moronomy! It does work. Oh, come on! Look, I get he's been out at sea for a while, but come on, man. Get it together. Wow. Shoot him out the torpedo tube. Oop. Mm-hmm.
well, if she's getting seasick, she should be in the infirmary and taking seasick pills.
Oh, God.
He is so predatory.
Yeah.
He just gets right up on her.
She's 24. I'm 32.
Yeah, I've always Aaron Riley's talking about Cary Grant. I've always loved Cary Grant.
Mm-hmm.
He just has a certain swagger, a certain presence.
You know what it is about Tony Curtis's eyes?
Lace.
He has got uber long eyelashes.
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
And they're very dark.
He and Elizabeth Taylor had that in common, yeah. They should call him Lieutenant Weinstein.
I do like those coffee pots.
I forgot that he was on the Mary Tyler Moore show too. Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah.
She may not be able to make it to the next corner.
Oh boy.
Do you have a shooting solution? Oh, wait, they don't have any torpedoes.
They
No,
just
they do.
now have a target.
They do. They bought some torpedoes on.
So the speculation that this scene is based on the sinking of the submarine USS Sea Lion at the pier at Cavett Navy Yards in the Philippines.
That was the opening scene, I think.
Oh, okay, maybe.
No, this is the one where the truck. Oh wait, you maybe you were right. I'm trying to think of the right one here.
Like that one guy's
Mom.
The one
this
guy's
is the
only
one
job
with
is
the USS Bowfin.
Oh, okay.
yeah. The one guy's only job is load torpedo bay 3.
I didn't realize the bus scene was coming up.
And those actors who basically said 3 lines in the whole movie got paid a lot of money.
Yeah, you get paid a lot more for a line than being a silent extra.
Like I was thinking the same thing, Nate. If she's 38, I'm 19.
Right.
The other thing is, why does he keep saying down periscope? Keep the thing up.
Because they need to submerge the periscope, so it's not seen. He only pokes it out of the water when he needs to see.
Whoops.
And she just fired the torpedo.
Yep. Yeah.
And it's off. Thanks a lot.
We sunk a truck. That is funny. That is a funny line.
It's like, start loading the darn tube. Get below and stay frickin' below.
You've got to give him a lot of credit for not blowing up at her.
Well, he's keeping control of himself. Ariel, I don't know. That's a good question.
That's the first time in his life he came close to hitting a woman.
Yeah.
I would have yelled at her and said, get below and stay below.
He's got an excellent point there.
Yeah. Lieutenant Holden?
God. For Pete's sake.
It was empty.
It's not.
There's 4 crumbs in the bottle.
Unleash.
Unleash the Holden, right? Yeah, you're the devil.
He'd have made it. He would have made a good devil.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Kind of like the Mr. Scratch kind of a devil.
Right.
Like Roddy McDowell on Fantasy Island.
Yeah.
If anyone doesn't know Roddy McDowell's the devil on Fantasy Island,
You can actually
check
find
it out
it.
on YouTube.
Yeah, that scene is on YouTube. The devil and Mr. Rourke.
Made it great. He was a great devil.
Apparently, Ramon knows how to do gambling.
I guess.
Your mother would love that chair.
Yeah. Well, she loves Tony Curtis.
Ah, I see. You bring me parts, I give you money, you can go gamble.
Right. I see where the pink comes in now.
Yep.
And all he's doing is getting them chips. It's not even giving them money.
Well, exactly. They got to use the chips to gamble with. Their hope is that, they can cash
And it's like,
out.
and after they got the last bit of stuff, it's like, okay, get all the stuff on the truck, get onto the boat. We're closed. Let's get out.
Maybe
That's a great line.
Marshall. Yeah.
That's a great line. White and red.
Yep.
Pink.
But you understand the need, right? You need that undercoat. But if it's white, you're not going to be able to cover it up with the gray. Yeah, well, sir. So the theories are that the need to paint a submarine pink because of a lack of enough red or white lead undercoat. Heat from the burning USS Sea Lion also scorched off the black paint on the nearby USS Sea Dragon. For a time, the submarine fought with only her red lead undercoat visible. That's exactly why Tokyo Rose disparaged Americans as red pirate submarines.
Yeah.
Also, possible source for the pink submarine is the decorated USS Harder, commanded by Samuel Dealey, under the belief that a pinkish tint would help with camouflage, especially near dawn and dusk. Dealey added pink to the light gray.
He's gonna grab
that
a
was
pig.
Standard.
Yeah, they would try all kinds of little tricks for camouflage back then. You see some of the patterns that they would paint a ship.
Yep.
And it looks impractical when you look at it, but
yep.
at sea,
yep,
and with sea and air, it kind of blends in.
Yeah.
With affection. You're going to oink with affection.
But again, Ariel, it was also mixed with the gray. So it wasn't pink, you know? Are they getting the pigs for the galley?
For New Year's dinner.
Yep.
Makes sense.
I think it must be why this came up when I was looking for a New Year's Eve movie or a New Year's movie.
Oh, okay.
I was like, Operation Petticoat, and I thought, great movie.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, he's going to go get his shotgun.
I would. Oh, jeez. Well, you gotta try, I guess.
Bacon, bacon, bacon. You're right.
Looks like bacon's back on the menu, boys.
Oh, the British painted the top of a submarine with pictures, so when the sub was on the surface, from the air, it looked like a school of dolphins.
Dolphin swimming. Interesting. I don't see why not, Ariel. Well, he drinks.
Hornsby.
Yeah.
Good thing it's dark.
Well, it helps. Man, he was the ugliest. Oh boy.
It's just such a great shot.
That look is like, yep, it's pretty much what I expected to find.
Yep, it's a pig.
Yeah, because isn't that guy across from Hornsby? You want your golf clubs? He's already used a couple of clubs for parts on the submarine, so it's not like
It's not a complete set, but I think he's okay with that.
Well, I mean, a complete set.
Oh, you hear what he's saying? He's interested in the bag, not the clubs.
Yeah.
Well, and it's really very simple. You got a choice. You give him this stuff and he goes away, or they press charges and you end up in the stockade.
He's shopping.
Why not? Tony Curtis took enough stuff.
Non-regulation, yep. Saks Fifth Avenue.
He wants the white shoes.
Shoes, yeah. That's to go with the shoes, yeah.
What does Salamat mean?
Oh, God!
It's like, I'm just gonna go back to my room now.
Did I just see what I just thought I saw? She's like, okay.
Oh, they're getting paint in the water.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really pink. It's kind of a dull red.
That's pink.
That's pink, yeah. Red and white.
That is
pink.
Pepto Pink, baby.
It's light red.
I mean, she's not wrong. It is also light red. That's what pink is, but... Well, they're definitely making merry, aren't they? I've been through too much together.
Selling in self-defense.
Have some Hornsby. Are you crazy? Hey, you know that might work. We call it Hornsby. I can't get over that. It's fair game, yeah.
Yeah, this was the other picture you chose.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was in her mouth. I thought it looked weird, so I chose the one I did.
Oh, I didn't even see that she had a pin in her mouth, but the object was the curler.
Oh, I see him getting burned by the curling iron.
She's a nice looking girl.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna sit on the curling iron.
Oh, yeah. Yes, he is. Oh, God! Well, blue eyes are not dominant characteristics. Well, she's moving fast. Well, so is he, so.
Then why are you out here with me?
Back in the boat. Back in the boat. She's going to swim if she has to.
Women eating sharks.
You need to get your shoes. Do none of you see the boat heading towards you?
Is that a boat or a buoy?
Look like a boat to me. Oh, maybe it is.
Could also be a reef.
Nate said that happened to him, and yeah, I can imagine, because those things do get hot.
That one guy is so tanned. You just see his back is brown.
Yeah.
I imagine the crew from this got pretty sunburned being out in the sun all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're making a love connection.
Well, they're being supportive, if anything. Stop following me. Well, I'm going to the same place. This sort of comes as a surprise to me, too.
She swam all that way.
Well, she's stubborn.
That's a life raft? It barely holds one person.
Ah! That's actually kind of funny.
Uh-oh.
We hear that alarm every first Tuesday of the month at 10 o'clock.
Yep.
I always say, if anyone ever wants to attack, all they gotta do is wait till the first Tuesday of the month at 10 o'clock.
Yep.
So they couldn't do the air raid time until after they got back to the boat.
Right.
The food.
Well, it was kind of to be expected, I think.
Hornsby.
Right. Give me the goat. You gotta be kidding me. Oh, oh my God. Jerry.
His guitar's all messed up.
I still remember doing that military through the ages at Jamestown, Virginia,
Mm-hmm.
and the World War II people setting up an anti-aircraft battery on the beach and having a Japanese Zero strafe them. And it was that sound. That
What about their gray paint? They,
Yeah.
well, they can't see it at night.
Wow.
Someone had a baby.
Al, Nate is asking if you still live in
oh,
Virginia.
no, I live in Maryland.
Yeah, I can totally understand that, Sir Torn.
He looks a little like Nicolas Cage, the one that is having the sympathy pains.
Yeah.
Oh, you live in Maryland? Cool. Oh, that's kind of sweet.
Everything okay?
But yeah, I love living in Maryland. Southern Maryland is where I live, down in St. Mary's County, for those who know the area.
He's like,
He's like, I don't even know what to make of this.
Ooh, it's Sam now.
and she's Edna. Sure. Or theirs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no.
Whoops.
That's a problem.
Yeah, it's like if y'all can get a message back to whoever, let them know. Yeah, our submarine's not the right color.
Yeah. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, they really can't afford this. Yeah.
That's what,
It's like, let's get us the heck out of here.
it's what you call ask questions later kind of thing.
Exactly.
Pew, pew.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah, those are pretty.
It makes things
close.
real uncomfortable with some when they're
Yep.
getting close like that.
Well, that is kind of how depth charges work.
That was the USS Red.
Was it?
The ship 568. It was a Fletcher class destroyer, I think.
Twins. One of each. Man.
Wee.
Oh, for goodness sakes.
I mean, it's the fair bet. I mean,
Right.
Uh-oh,
Uh-oh.
girdle has failed.
They got you. You're more than that. You're a
I did an
mechanic.
odd way, and it kind of, kind of worked.
Or bathing suit. Make sure you hold on to one of the girdles.
Right.
Whee!
That is funny. That is funny. It's a bra. It's definitely a bra.
That's what you call catching a big one.
Operation Underwater Underwear. Yes, exactly.
Lieutenant Crandall.
Clever communication.
Yeah.
We're already committed. Yeah, you need to be committed at this point.
They're listing, though, to one side.
Yes, they are. By the grace of a woman's brassiere.
We may be doing it by a brassiere, but we're coming in.
And now all those women are commando.
And now they're like, oh, there's women on board.
And there's a lightsaber. Actually, that brand of Flash, I have a bunch of those. Those are the ones from the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Yeah, I had gotten them on eBay as a bundle. So if anyone is looking to do a holiday special lightsaber, drop me a line. I'm happy to help you out.
Holden became the captain.
And got married and had kids.
Yeah,
Yep.
and married the blonde. And
Yep.
Oh, I bet he married the clumsy one.
Maybe.
What, you don't remember?
I don't. It's been years.
Well, you're about to find out. Yeah, he did.
Okay. Oh! Oh!
That's her.
Yeah, that's her, all right. Yeah.
He has probably gotten so used to that.
I know, right? It's at
All
this point, it's like,
little
whatever. Yeah. Oh!
That's still belching out stuff.
Yeah. Hold on.
I'd also like to think that the chief and Edna got married.
Yeah, probably.
You know, yeah. And that is Operation Petticoat. Just a fun, happy,
Okay, now I gotta see where down Periscope.
feel good film to end the year on. I think that
So that's there.
was a good one to do. Anybody in the chat, let's know what you think. If this was the first time you saw it, or just in general what you thought about the movie. I'd like to know.
I could probably get it in the next 5.
Yeah, exactly.
After these two after Dark Crystal, I could get it in the next 5.
Yeah, so we're probably looking at down Periscope at some time in probably in February,
No.
Okay,
March.
what?
March.
February, March. Okay, cool. Well, I won't plan it. Then I'll let you guys have down Periscope.
Okay.
That's a fun film. For those who haven't seen it, when you do, it's yeah. It's kind of a similar thing. Wackiness aboard a sub.
I love Rob Schneider in that. You know, the weenie tattoo.
That's a great cast they got for that.
It
movie,
is. It really is.
You know, that's some fun stuff. Ladies, thank you for the fun movie, Big Opposites.
Seen it many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been years since I've seen this. It is a great movie.
And
So
of course,
because it makes them nurses the first Navy SEALs.
Oh yeah.
Yep. Evelyn said that loves both Operation Petticoat and Down Periscope. Earlier on, Ariel had said this was a film that was a favorite. I've seen it many times. This was the first time I saw the movie in its entirety. Fair enough, Nate. Yeah. Fair enough. But yeah, and again, I forgot more than I remembered about this movie. It's been so long.
Yeah, and so I remember like Major Blake. I remember he ended up with the clumsy one. Yeah, and I knew that Tony Curtis ended up with the blonde, and then he also ended up being the captain.
I did watch the TV series in the 70s, but I've forgotten more about that than
I remember it. I don't think I watched it, but it is. I think it is on YouTube. I think it's out there. Like it's only.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's only a few episodes because I don't think it really. I really didn't do that well, but I think it'll be. I think it'd be interesting to just go maybe like check out the pilot episode or something just to see.
There's only 32 episodes.
That many? Oh wow! I didn't know it. I didn't know it went that long.
Yeah, over 2 years.
It's amazing when you like look back at the 70s and some of the shows that went maybe a year or a half a year or something like that. That were actually pretty interesting concepts that just didn't quite, catch on. Um, but anyway, that like I said, that is the last one for this year. Um, Next year, of course, we'll bring a whole new slew of wonderful movies for Films with Friends. Um, and I will announce that the first movie for Films with Friends 2 weeks from now is going to be The Rocketeer.
Wow!
So we're going to rocket into the new year with that one, and I'm pairing that one. 2 weeks after that is going to be Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow. Yeah. So that's January. Going to have some retro sci-fi fun. In January. I think that'll be a nice way to start the year. But of course, before that, there's next week, and we'll be watching
The Cube.
What? The Cube.
Yeah.
Ooh, what's The Cube about? It's a horror film, isn't it?
It is. It's it's very straightforward. A bunch of people wake up inside of a structure, cubicle room, with doors, one in the ceiling, floor, and one in each wall, and they find out that it's a death trap. Some rooms have traps that'll kill you. Some don't. There's numbers in between, and they got to try and solve the puzzle in the hopes of getting out. And
if
sounds
they
like
don't
my kind of movie.
Yeah.
If they don't make it to a certain point, the whole thing will reset and they will die.
Yeah, well,
if the things don't kill them.
Have you ever seen a movie called The Belko Experiment? I think that's what it's called.
I don't think so.
Where everyone who works in this office building, suddenly the office building is made inescapable, and then everybody's pitted against everybody. It's a pretty good film.
Wow! Just looked it up. This looks very interesting. I'll have to look into this.
Yeah, it's a good one. I saw it about a year and a half ago, maybe.
Thematically, I think it's a lot like it looks like a bigger version of the Cube. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's like putting ordinary people against each other, and kind of it's like a psychological experiment kind of thing. But yeah, so the Cube next week, that'll be
Nate, that is so cool of you to say. He says it doesn't matter what the movie is, just as long as we get to watch it with all of you guys. Thanks so much.
Yes. I will watch anything, even a film I hate, with my friends, which is kind of weird because.
Are you saying that there's going to be a Ouija Shark 2 rewind?
We never did the first one.
That's true. We never did.
Might have to, maybe, never do. Do it. No, I don't know if I would subject everybody to that.
And Sir Torn's right. What's her name? Nicole DeBeer, who played Esri Dax, is in the Cube. Yeah.
Oh, and the guy who played McKay. Yeah. Hewitt. David Hewitt, something like that. I think is his name. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Those are kind of, I like films like that. I like horror films and psychological pressure on normal people kind of films. But yeah, I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight, watching the film. Like I said, hoping that everybody has a very happy New Year. And the week to come, tomorrow, we've got, Deleted Scenes.
Deleted Scenes has a bunch of stuff going on.
I know they're watching Nevada Smith. He's watching that with Jedi Bill.
Yep. About
3:00. And then he's having Unscripted.
Yep.
At 8. Then you are doing a Geeky Geezers tomorrow night?
There is going to be a brief Geeky Geezers, kind of a look back and look forward kind of New Year's thing.
Cool.
It'll be probably abbreviated. and then back over to the other side of midnight on deleted scenes for
But
a New Year's countdown.
now, and he is starting before midnight this time, though, right?
I should imagine so, especially since
Right.
we are doing an abbreviated Geeky Geezers.
Okay, so tomorrow night definitely is a full. Tomorrow is definitely a full day, so keep an eye out for that.
Yep.
Monday, the first day of the year, nothing that I know of is going on.
Yeah, I'm probably going to sleep in.
Tuesday, are you visiting Twin Peaks?
Yes, we are live from Sparkwood and 21. We are returning to the episodes with the season premiere of season 2. Catch up on a lot of cliffhangers and see who actually survived the hiatus.
Cool. And on nothing on Wednesday that we're aware
Not
of.
that I'm aware of, yeah.
And Thursday things.
Yep, on Thursday things we will have the person who helped, the person who was my first guest on Thursday things, being my first guest of the new year. The one, the only deleted scenes.
That's right.
The robot / clone / who knows what he is.
No, right?
Because there's
What
just too
keeps
many.
him going?
Too many things, bourbon and meth. I don't know. So somehow those people are going. It's just bourbon and meth. I don't know where that came from. But that, and then on Friday at 7:30 on Professor Geek's channel, I will be joining him. We're talking Star Wars Dark Empire 2. We talked about the first Dark Empire last night on his channels, so we're going to be going through those. We're watching listening to the audio dramas of the Dark Empire, which is available on YouTube, and that's a lot of fun. I know we're going to be doing Outbound Flight at one point, which is an early Thrawn thing, a Thrawn prequel kind of book. So a lot of good stuff coming up on that one. But then later that night, 10 o'clock on Last Call with Troy Pacelli. Lots of booze and cursing. What's going to happen?
I think I'm going to celebrate my birthday. Maybe a couple days early.
When's your birthday?
It's on the 8th, but
Same as Elvis.
it doesn't actually fall on a Friday, so that's the
Okay,
plan.
cool. Well, early happy birthday. I did not know that.
Thank you very much.
And that, of course, will take us into next Saturday with The Cube.
Yep.
Yes.
Play ominous music now.
Exactly.
So, once again, thank you everyone who has joined us, not only tonight, but the whole year. It's so wonderful having you guys as friends to come over to my virtual living room with my virtual big screen television and watching this. Those who couldn't be here, who are listening to this in the future, hey, if you're with us live, you get to watch the movie on Cosby. If not, sorry, you're going to have to provide it for yourself. So don't call me bad words like a guy did earlier today because, he didn't get his copy of Alien Cruisers 2. Yeah. Sorry, just a little butthurt guy trying to find the movie free. It's out there free if you look in the right place. But, some people don't understand what we do. But I do. I love it. And that is why we do it. Of course, before we do go, though, however, Netter will have her final. We got to come up with a term for it. Epilogue? Sign off. Okay, sign off.
Well, first I like to preface with make sure you are sub to all the panel members and everyone in the chat.
Right.
And if you think you are sub to everyone, please go back and double check that you still are because YouTube sucks and likes to take away subs. And that being said, we can talk amongst ourselves and that's all well, good, and fun. But it is so much more fun when you guys are joining us in the chat and you're dropping your comments, questions, trivia, being goofy, whatever it may be. And it doesn't feel like we're separated by miles or continents in some cases. It feels like we're all hanging out in the same room, just enjoying each other's company and having a great time. And you guys aren't just our friends. You are our family. We love you guys, and we appreciate you so very much. You can choose to be anywhere right now, and you chose to be here. That means so much. So thank you all for being here. Have a very happy new year, and we'll see you next year.
Yep.
Good night, everyone.
Definitely. Good night, everybody. Remember to check out my 10-word reviews. Got a lot of good stuff out there the last week I've been watching. So, and I got a few coming up in the next couple of days. So keep an eye out for that. Take care, everyone. Love all my Al pals. Have a very, very happy new year. Stay safe. That's the big thing for this weekend. So, goodbye, everyone, and God bless you.